When King Solomon, the richest man in the Bible, talks about money, his emphasis is on the money, the principles, the laws, and everything pertaining money. But when Jesus talks about money, on the other hand, his emphasis is not on the money, but on the person having the money. What's the nature of his heart? So stay tuned. In this video, we are going to look at the contrast between Jesus' perspective on money and also King Solomon's perspective on money. This is God over Mammon. So what's King Solomon's net worth? King Solomon's estimated net worth in modern terms was found to be around $2 to $3 trillion. So how did this estimated come place? The Bible states that Solomon receives 666 talents of gold per annum. Gold could evaluate to $1 to $1.61 billion per year. And we all know King Solomon reigned about 40 years as king. That's to show us that King Solomon was very rich. So what's King Solomon's perspective for money? Solomon offers practical earthly advice on money as a tool, blessing, and also a potential source of vanity. King Solomon focused on earthly outcomes. The hands of a diligent makes rich in the book of Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 4. And he also talks on things like avoid debt traps, that is, borrowers is slave to lender, in the book of Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 7 also. And he also talk on wealth is vanity. So when King Solomon receives this wealth to its peak, he noticed that all this wealth is vanity. Why? Because it cannot buy meaningful and eternal security. So now, what's Jesus' perspective on money? Okay, let's look at Jesus' net worth. In the book of Haggai, the Bible says that the riches and gold belongs to God. So all the riches, all the gold and silver, if you are talking in terms of gold on the earth, they all belongs to God. So God is the most richest and the most powerful supreme being ever. So these are Jesus' perspective for money. Jesus lay emphasis on the heart first. Money reveals priority. In the book of Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24, Jesus said that you cannot serve two masters at the same time. You cannot serve God and Mammon at the same time. So your attitude towards money really reveals your attitude towards God. He talks on things like store treasures in heaven through generosity. And then the last one, in the book of Proverbs chapter 3, Jesus talks that honor God with your wealth and with your money. So Jesus' perspective on money is not on the material things, it's not on the money, it's not on the wealth, but Jesus lays more emphasis on the nature of the heart. We can see this in the parables of the talents of goods, where the servant or the master traveled and he gave 3 of his servants talents of gold that they should manage. Then the reason why the master was angry with that person that he gave 1 talent of gold was because he did not use it to generate anything. So that's to show us that God is a hardworking God and he expects to see result. He expects to see what we are going to use the resources that he is going to give us. God is not just concerned about giving you money. He's concerned about you having the knowledge of the money first before he give you. Because he so loved you, he do not want the resources or the money that he's going to give you to ruin you. Because I tell you that money can ruin a man. As we strive on this earth to get money or to get some things to feed our family, we must pray for knowledge and we must set our heart on the right course. That is, we must know that all things that are being given to us, the wealth, the money, the resources, is to honor God and to honor God alone. I hope this makes sense. This is God over money. Don't forget to subscribe and like for more and share perspective on money on how we will use our money to glorify God's kingdom. God bless and have a good day.